So, what do you think happened? Just tell me your story of what you believe happened. You know, it sounds like Kaishi was married to this other university professor, and their housemaid was Miyano.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe Kaishi had an affair with Miyano, and then Roy was born or something.
Could be possible.
And then they left and went to Seattle.
Yeah, then again, Roy being so outstanding, I mean, way beyond other siblings, in school, other than Hardy. He became a head accountant at the Department of Water and Power, Los Angeles.
Hardy was?
Yeah, Hardy was.
Sure.
You met Hardy, yeah, you remember. But other than that, no one else in the sibling come anywhere near close. And I tend to think it's a lot of it is hereditary,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so again, you don't remember anything about Kaishi. Nice, mean, quiet, talkative, anything like that. What do you like to do?
I don't think I met Kaishi at the age that I could remember.
No,
Although I remember till 1 year old, but I would think next memory I have is probably when I was 4 or 5 or something, 3 or 4 or something.
No, but even if you didn't interact with them directly. Did Roy say anything, or did any of the siblings, like Alice or Joe or Hardy, say anything about Kaishi? What kind of person was he?
Well, all I could do to help you along that line is that Fujisawa, after they were MacArthur divide up all the land, and they were insulted, they went to Fujisawa, Tokyo area, and only thing I could possibly get out of it is this relative, possibly Kaishi's cousin or somebody. He said all you could say was he brought shame to us.
Kaishi did.
That Kaishi brought the shame to the Shiomi family.
Because of the affair?
That I don't know. They wouldn't say. That's the nature of Japanese. They don't divulge their family secret too easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Fujisawa, Fujisawa. Yeah.
Okay.
In Tokyo, state of Tokyo, or the Tokyo prefecture. Yeah.
Okay. So how about Miyono? What do you know about her? What do you remember about her as a person?
Well, as a person, frankly, if this is not going out there, just for you, she was just a simple maid. So she probably was a very good, worker. Seriously raised 7 children, and this is for family usage, right?
Yeah.
7 children, but they may not be all have the same father.
Well, then who was the father? You think Miyano had some kids not through Kaishi?
That's the scuttlebutt. You know what scuttlebutt is? A rumor where Fumi kind of told it that she has a lot of men coming and going to.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is in Seattle?
Yeah.
Is that where they live?
Yeah.
Do you know where in Seattle?
South Park.
Okay. So Miyono had a lot of suitors. Do you have a sense of which of the siblings might have come from another father?
I don't know. But Kaishi, being a researcher, whereas 99% of other people from Japan settling in the Seattle South Park area were from Japan, and they were farmers. That means they do things, constantly work with hands, and
Yeah.
But Kaishi was not that. So he ended up being a Japanese school principal or run a newspaper. But there were all several hundred people from Japan running a farm. Yeah.
Do you remember, does Kaishi have any siblings? Brothers, sisters?
I'm sure he did, but they're all. I never met them. They seem like they don't want much to do with us. Yeah.
Okay. How about Miyono? Does she have siblings? Isn't her last name Isawa?
Well, one thing we did meet is in the what was that now? The northern part of where archery used to
Sendai.
have a thing. Sendai, yeah. Yeah, I went to family where Audrey dug it up, and I don't know. I blurted out that you guys, your Miono ruined us. Ruined.
Miono ruled you?
Miono went in as a maid, lowly maid, maid, but Kaishi got kicked out of Hokkaido Imperial University. So I blurted out, and so I don't want to see them because that wasn't very fair thing for me to do. Something that occurred over 100 years ago, you know. So anyway,
remind me what you said. Fumi would say that, oh, Miono, she's like sleeping around with other guys.
Yeah.
Grandma, Obachan Fumi told you this?
Yeah.
Like, tell me exactly what she said to you.
Say like, あそこの Shiomi no these things aren't very kosher, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
And they had a lot of Japanese single guys. They were young men, adventure to go to Seattle, but they had to make some money, so they work on the farm that run by the Shiomi Kaishi.
Okay.
But Shiomi was not home. Kaishi was not home a lot of times,
Because he's working?
What? Teaching, and God knows what else, doing newspaper work or whatever,
But Roy was home.
Roy was, he was only 4 when he came over, But Roy had to work on the farm, of course. So it's amazing that Roy, he couldn't go to his school all the time. He had to make money. So it took him essentially 8 years to graduate University of Washington. But with honors, though.
So
Tau Beta Pi, that is the highest ranking honor society. So he got accepted to Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
okay. Well, wait. So Fumi would only know about Miono at the point of where they got married, right?
Yeah.
She can't,
Well, he would. I think he would say that Roy was saying that they had a get together, and Roy proposed to Fumi in this way.
Well, this is interesting. Yeah. What?
Would you like to go to Japan with me?
You know what year this was?
That would be. These are rare things nobody else would know. That's his proposal. Not would you marry me, but would you like to go to Japan with me?
Okay.
Because Roy could not find a job because of prejudice, even before Pearl Harbor, in spite of the MIT education. So what was your question?
No. What year was that?
I would say my guess would be that's probably in 1930s, maybe.
How old was Roy?
I would say he was probably in the late 20s.
20. Like,
And,
so it's like late 20s.
Yeah.
He was late 20s and it was the late 20s.
Like, you know what was happening in Massachusetts, MIT, don't you?
What?
Research in the radar use, military uses of radar.
Okay.
So they made admissions at the MIT made a mistake. They didn't realize they wanted somebody who was born and raised in Japan, near MIT. So
Okay.
he was sent to the little missionary school down the street, about a mile away. Name of the school, do you know what that is?
What?
Harvard University now. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he did more of the studies at Harvard rather than MIT. The 4,000 people were doing the research, military usage of radar. But 1930, the United States was not in war or anything, so they had no use of it. So England, United Kingdom, they made use of a lot of the research on how to use radar in the radar military service. So when Adolf Hitler sent a lot of the bombers from occupied France to attack London, when they left the occupied, probably near Paris, through radar they already knew. So then Royal Air Force pilots intercepted, and that helped the war cause. But United States themselves in 1930 was not in war. So the Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of England, said, "Mr. Roosevelt, can you help me? If this is true, sorry, if the England falls, the greatest navy in the world would fall to Nazis, Adolf Hitler." Yeah.
Okay.
And so Mr. Roosevelt said, "I have a 70% of Americans are against involvement, foreign involvement. If I were to send any troops into Europe, I would lose my next election. Is that
Yeah, I got it.
that's
Forever. Bad joke.
bad joke?
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.